Gabriella Izzo.
We are live now.
Yeah, but she's not coming.
No, but for Skate America.
We are live now. I pushed
We're
the button.
live? Oh, hello, everyone. No one's here, but hi.
No.
You should have done the countdown. It's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the countdown. Oh my god,
It's
4 people
funny.
are watching. Hello.
Oh my god, no.
Hello.
No!
I'm still looking at my phone because I'm tweeting. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm
I'm
very
a
rude.
big fan that Sarah just greeted people with, oh hell no.
No.
This is off to a great start. Hello, everyone.
Everyone already knows Sarah.
Yeah.
This is a trial
According
run.
Sorry, I just started playing that out loud. According to my phone, there's 2 people, and I'm probably one of them. So I disagree that there are 4 people here. I think there's 1.
Please, if this seems chaotic, bear with us. This is the first time we are doing
If there
this.
is anyone here, please say hello. So we're not talking to ourselves. That would be cool.
or just keep quiet and we'll pretend to talk to ourselves.
Maybe.
I kind of like to pretend that I'm talking to myself for now.
Exactly. I'll be less anxious if I
Hi, besties. Who is this?
if I believe I'm talking to myself.
Is this Evelyn?
It'd be really funny if it's just Evelyn and us, but I just tweeted, so hopefully people will come.
Imagine if it's not.
That person's like, I'm not Evelyn.
I love that this is how we start this.
Oh my god, we have 6 people.
No!
Nice. Okay.
Okay. We're good. Let's start. Elli, you're
Okay.
the one that's starting.
We're doing introduction.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, to our live stream, which this is a trial one. So please, if there's anything that seems messy, it is
That's
messy right now. That's why. Yeah, we are going to talk about Nebelhorn Trophy. And I'm the host today because I'm the German. That's why. Oh, that's Evelyn. Hi, besties. Who's Noir then? Reveal yourself. If Evelyn is Evelyn.
Whoever we are, we love you. Thank you for being here.
We love everyone
Thank
who's
you,
here.
everyone. We already hit our target of 10 people watching. That was the target.
Oh wow, awesome. So you're Elli. What do you do?
What do I do? I do mostly nothing. Whenever there's I'm the IT and the IT guys. Whenever there's a panic in anything, you hit the panic button and I come in to fix things. I barely watch skating nowadays because I'm busy. So I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here to host and to support you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, I do fantasy skating, which I will talk about.
Oh, you do fantasy skating. You are the queen of fantasy skating, which we'll talk about later.
You are the brains behind everything.
Well, the brain was Lois, but we will talk about that later.
Yeah, okay, we will. Who's going next? Is it me or Sarah?
You.
Lois.
I'm going next. Okay. Hi, I'm Lois. I do watch a lot of skating. I am the one who tweets like 97% of the time. So if you see a tweet, it's usually me. I'm also the stats girl. I do all the previews. I have a lot of spreadsheets. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I watched the Olympics in 2018. And then this was born in 2019. So yeah.
I'm waiting for people to join, so sorry.
I guess it's my turn. Hello, I'm Sarah. I don't do a lot of things. I mainly
do everything.
No, I don't. I mainly do the interviews side of things, talking to skaters, writing their stories and journeys, which is the side of stuff that I love. The other 3% of tweets is probably me.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, when I can get something to. Okay, the other 2% is me. The other 1% is
2.5%, and then 0.5% would be Elli.
Whenever you leave me alone, and I have to.
whenever somebody asks what something is in German.
Yeah, I mainly do the interviews and stuff. That's it.
Sarah also has all the tea.
No.
She might have a little bit of tea.
She does.
We'll
sometimes.
see. Yeah. Okay. If you are watching, please do subscribe to our channel. We're hoping to bring you a lot more content over the next, few months, especially with the Grand Prix coming, and with our new YouTube series as well. So yeah, please subscribe.
So that was so good. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. This is my 2013 YouTuber era coming out.
Finally, we are very late to the game.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, also, we are absolutely terrified of mispronouncing any names. If it happens, please correct us. We are very apologetic, but
yeah, we apologize.
It might happen.
Usually we say the names in our heads. Usually we're not talking out loud.
Yes, exactly. So
usually we say them how we spell them, so we don't do any spelling mistakes, and then it just comes out wrong when we say them out loud. Yes. Yep. Let's start talking about the competition.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I suppose that helps.
For a post Nebelhorn Trophy live stream to talk about Nebelhorn Trophy, yeah, would be a good idea.
I think so too. What was your overall impression? Like what?
Lois?
I can go if you like. It was chaotic in a lot of ways. Like, usually the men's ordinals are insane because men are up and down ridiculously between the short and the free program. And yet the women were even worse than the men, which is not what you come to expect. Usually the women are pretty, if you're first in the short program, you should be first in the free program, which was the case, but then everything else was a mess. Like, especially because there were no graphics on the screen. We spent about 10 minutes there before the scores came up at the end, wondering who was in bronze because everyone was somewhere else than they should have been. But yeah, otherwise it's a good competition. It was fun. We do stand the messes, Evelyn. We do.
Yes, but I do need the lives going.
Yeah, it would be good if they had that. I'm so annoyed that the website wasn't working for that, because it's annoying to have to wait to find out what everything is at the end.
I also miss the live tech boxes. Specifically for singles, because I just get so lost and I just need to know what's happening. Like, I can judge a program by its technical score, and I miss those during the Challenger series, so I'm excited for the Grand Prix series and that to come back.
Yeah, it's also easier to kind of focus if you have the tech boxes. Like, if you maybe looked away for a minute and missed something, you can then still kind of understand how that skater did by looking at the tech box. If you don't really know.
True. And as someone that gets distracted very easily and a lot, I need it.
Yes, and I really enjoyed the commentator, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Mikhail Savitsky, or Mikhail, however you say his name. I assume it's Mikhail, who is a junior ice dancer with Daria Grimm, who competed on the Junior Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago.
And
he's only 19 years old. And won their first competition of the year. Potentially going to qualify for the Grand Prix final. Probably should be, but we'll see how things go with the next 3 events, which are all a mess now because of the Armenian-Azerbaijan conflict. But yeah, he was, for a first-time commentator, I thought he did a very good job.
I thought so too. I think, it takes a lot to talk for that long and over so many competitions, so many disciplines.
Especially when you're not very experienced doing so.
Yeah, it's a lot of information, and I know there was a bit of a controversy there.
With a controversy and a good learning lesson, I think, for all future commentary, especially for him, but I think for a lot of people as well.
Does anybody want to explain what happened?
You can.
For people who haven't. No, I don't want to. For people who weren't there when it happened. Please, Lois.
Sarah, do you want me to do it? I'm going to be talking a lot during this live stream.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Kirsten Moore Towers tweeted about the commentary, and Mikhail Savitsky made a comment about the size of pair skaters and the size differential and how the women are usually smaller and all of this kind of stuff, which is not the best way to phrase things, especially because more so there's always been an issue with the size of pair skaters and how that is perceived by the public and how pair skaters are talked down to regarding their sizes. So they're always been told to be smaller and skinnier, and that they are, they can be discarded and thrown away and replaced with somebody else if they aren't the right size. And there's a lot of issues with eating disorders and body dysmorphia and everything in a lot of skaters because of how that is perceived. It was an ill-informed comment from somebody who is not very knowledgeable about that discipline, because he was very open about the fact that he doesn't know a lot about pairs. Obviously, that kind of comes up a little bit in ice dance, but not nearly as much because the elements are nowhere near as dangerous or reliant on size. So Kirsten Towers, who has had issues with eating disorders and stuff in the past, brought it up. She obviously wasn't aware of how experienced this commentator was, but she ended up talking about that and talking to him personally about what he had said, and he apologized, and knows we have the tweets here. He knows he did wrong with what he was saying, and he apologized on stream during the gala as well. So yeah, a learning experience for him. Obviously, he is young. But he is 19. So
I think it was handled
handled fairly well. But yeah,
I know there were some people were mad at. There was some
Kirsten.
bad reaction to Kirsten. Yeah, but I think she also reacted out of it's a very natural
experience. Yeah,
I
mean, we've had a lot of issues with this in the past. I mean, there have been commentators who have decades of experience who do nothing but commentate on the size of skaters.
And so who don't react this way to criticism.
And don't react nicely to that either. Don't react, graciously saying, "Oh, I made a mistake, and I'm sorry for it." They double down on it, basically. Simon Reed. But yeah, so it's good to see this has ended on a good note, and hopefully good for.
And I think it's also just a very good lesson for both of them, and for the figure skating as a whole to handle conflict. We can all learn something from this. Don't tweet in public, solve the things, but also address them and apologize.
Yeah, so it ended on a good note for everyone.
So yeah, do we want to start with the men? Because Evelyn got very excited just now. She said, best things about it, Roman not flopping and ending up with a medal.
He flopped a little bit in
flopped and somehow ended up with a medal. But we love
his short was amazing. His short program was amazing, but
yes,
the free was a bit of a flop.
In first place was Keegan Messing. Second place,
it also flopped a little bit as well, in the short.
Yeah, it wasn't clean.
It's men.
Yeah, yes. They all flop a little bit.
Basically. In second place was Seong Lee of the Republic of Korea, and in third place, Roman Sadowski, also of Canada. Yeah, I mean, Keegan debuted a new program, one that people were very excited for.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it's very Keegan. Surprised. It's like an upbeat sort of energy.
But it's not a song choice you would typically think Keegan would go for.
No.
The energy was very Keegan, but it's a very different kind of song for him.
Good comment, yes. It was a very good
It is.
We have gotten used to it by now.
It really has.
We always expect
any men's competitions ordinals, none of them will be the same. Maybe the odd one, but very rarely.
Looking forward to it. Every time it happens, I'm looking forward to it. I know something is going to happen.
I know. Skate America last year, you were not ready for that. But
no one was ready for Nathan losing his first competition in 4 years.
That was my favorite part about fantasy skating.
Oh,
it was amazing. It was amazing.
The height difference.
No offense to Nathan, obviously, but it was amazing for fantasy skating because everyone picked Nathan and then Nathan didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, the height difference is amazing. I love that Keegan literally needs that step up to be the same height as the other two.
Not to get too personal on the stream, but we always say, Keegan, you need to step up to be the same height as the other two. Not to get too personal on the stream, but we always say, Keegan, you need to step up to be the same height as the other two.
I knew you
It's
were
going
going
to
say
be
that.
us with Sarah because Sarah is a tiny, tiny human being.
Yeah, we're not tall. We're maybe slightly above average.
I'm like 5'1" on a good day, maybe.
5'8".
5'8".
So yeah,
So we just
we'll be creative.
we'd look like those podium photos. It'd be like Nikolai Memolo and is it Rio?
Yeah.
Was
Oh
not
my
Rio.
god. But yeah, back to the men's event. I enjoyed Keegan's short. He's kept his free. On his ISU bio, it also says Ballad for Wyatt in it. Which I'd love to know a bit more of the story behind, because like
Yeah, it
listening to
felt
it, the
similar to
music
last
didn't
year.
sound different. But yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just some sort of music on the underlying scale that we are not, because also the audio on the stream was terrible, so it was hard to hear a lot.
Yes.
So I mean, if we had better audio, we might hear something different.
Yeah.
But we missed out on a Wyatt cam in the short program, but we did have Wyatt cam in the free.
Yes. That's always like the highlight of any Keegan competition. It used to be the hat, now it's
It used to
like
be the hat, now it's Wyatt
watching
cam.
Wyatt grow up.
so like somebody posted the difference between like the first Wyatt cam and the Wyatt cam now. He's grown so much.
I know.
No, sorry. Keep talking. Keep finishing that thought.
Okay.
I think it was finished. But...
Okay.
Yeah, that
because
was
I wanted to say no. The dance discussion is at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get there. Long
Yeah.
then.
You just started.
Believe us, we have dance is like, I think I can say all of our favorite disciplines. There are
Yeah.
thoughts we have.
So
We'll get to those.
I have no idea about technical stuff. I just watch performances to enjoy them, to enjoy the music, to enjoy the skate. I have
think
no idea otherwise.
with skating, you have to take, especially for newcomers watching the sport, like a lot of skating is watching it for a vibe. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to come into the sport and need to know like every single jump, every single spin straight away. You can enjoy a performance. It's fine too. If you don't particularly love a skater, you can still enjoy a performance of theirs. It doesn't like hurt you if you say publicly you enjoy a skater. I think there is such like a click mentality on Twitter. It's fine, like who you like. It like it's absolutely fine. There
And
are
watch it for
performances.
whatever reason you want to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, because one of my favorite parts is always like looking at the costumes and thinking about the thoughts behind it, and that's why one of the first skaters was I think he's Ukrainian, right? Ukrainian.
Yeah. Andrew
Kokura. Yeah. And I noticed the fingertips that they were red. And I was
I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out.
Yeah, same.
I'm looking at stuff you guys probably don't look at because you're focusing on like the technical aspect.
Yeah.
The important stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I was more focused on the music because you may not have liked Crack of Doom. I remember there was a German junior pair a few years ago who did Crack of Doom, and then they changed their program like mid-season, and I was so sad because I thought Crack of Doom was like such an interesting choice for a program. It gets very yelly and waily, but as a concept, I like it.
I think it was because it was the first skater, and then it was like, oh, okay. If I had like a bunch of classical music before, I would have been okay. This is a change. If I had listened to that before,
I think.
I mean, it's very on point. Like it's very obvious the costume. I think.
I mean, when you go into the like the meaning of the Crack of Doom, because we had a look at that as well when we were thinking about the costume. You know, it very much is very literal.
Yeah,
that's but I would rather have focus and emphasis in a costume than it just be like somebody wearing a black shirt and trousers.
Oh my god!
Just see more creative, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah. Yeah, the free one. Yeah.
Do you want to highlight Evan's comment? So at High Performance Camp, we got audio that said Roman's free was going to be Fix You.
Yes.
And what came
That
out at
was
this
that was
competition?
day one of high performance camp. That
Yeah.
was they met with the media. Skaters met with the media, talked about the programs. He was asked and gave Fix You as his free skate.
But what he performed here was Chasing Cars, which is the program he had last year. Now, I haven't seen any quotes from him that have said why he's kept his old one or why he's gone back to his old one. We assume maybe feedback at high performance camp was not favourable towards Fix You as a program, maybe, or maybe it just needs to be reworked and he needs to spend more time on it before he debuts it, or maybe he's changing it. We'll see, obviously, when it comes to the next competition, probably by the Grand Prix, whether this one stays or whether he changes to something else.
I was looking forward to a new program. I love it's Chasing Cars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Chasing Cars. I love the song. Obviously, like Grace fan, you know, I know the song.
Like when that program first came out, it was very effective.
Yes. And I think, I don't know, I think because of his performances last year, like, I don't know if Nebelhorn was his best skate because he was.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just like a Nebelhorn thing.
Maybe.
But I was looking forward to a new program because he's a very musical skater and he performs like contemporary choreography very well. I was looking forward to a new sort of skate with that vibe. Hopefully Fix You does come back because that is like a very Roman song. I can see him skating to that very
you can see him skating to it. Or at least I would just like to see something different. I feel like even though Worlds went very well for him, there is kind of this shadow over the Olympics and how that went. And obviously that it's not his fault because he was unexpectedly had to do the team event and the solo event back to back because Keegan couldn't get there. At least not until the solo event. But it went not how he would have wanted it to go. So I feel like there needs to be kind of a fresh start. So something like everything needed to be kind of new this year. I think it kind of brings some of that old feeling into the new season if he brings it with him.
Yeah. And a moment for Kazuki Tomono from being 11th place after the short program to finishing third in the free.
And he wasn't even clean.
He
wasn't even clean in the free.
Right. Like
I mean, he is an incredible performer, so his PCS was higher than all of the people's. And also, considering he was like 11th and Keegan was third, there was only about 10 points between them. So everyone was pretty close in the field. So it's like, it's not a massive hill to climb, but it is mad when the ordinals go that mad.
I enjoyed both of his programs. I love when skaters have contrasting programs. Yeah. So I think sort of the happy short and then the more classical free. I personally really enjoy them.
Okay, should we move on to the next event?
Women.
Wait.
Oh,
I want to shout out Ivan Shmaratko for two amazing performances. I cried at both of them because I cry a lot. That's just a fact. But he is also like.
I have to point out the gliding split, which I did tweet about, but was freaking incredible.
That was just like a whole moment. The ending of his free program, a moment. I'm so excited. I'm so happy he gets a Grand Prix this year. The split. Oh my god.
The split was so good.
It is hard to do a split like just on the ground alone.
For us, especially.
Oh, I can't do
I mean, I could do one. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, Sarah the gymnast over
here. It's hard enough to do one by itself, but moving, like to get that momentum going, to just carry it on. I can't wait to see that throughout the season. I think when that Nebelhorn crowd, first of all, great crowd. When there are bigger crowds, like at his Grand Prix Europeans Worlds, I cannot wait for the moment that creates.
Oh yeah,
I think that's going to be such a moment for the crowd. Also want to shout out Nikita Starostin of Germany.
Oh, loved that costume so much.
Love his costumes, love his skating, love his programs, and love his smile. He's such like he smiles. I feel like I'm a bit happier. Like he's got one of those smiles that just is
We'll
radiating.
hopefully love his jumps in the future. Like hopefully he gets them sorted out soon.
Yes.
But he's got all the potential to be a really amazing skater.
I forgot this tweet to put it up. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I love the Happy Jazz program. Somebody else has that music as well. I can't remember who it is now, but I was very surprised.
Someone else in the competition, I think.
Yeah, somebody else in the competition had like the same music, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect anyone else to be using that this year. But yeah, it's like it came out. I was like, Kazuki has this music as well. But yeah, it's gonna be when he delivers it as it should be delivered. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be like a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah, so I think we've got to move on to women now. We would never make it to ice.
Otherwise, we're gonna run out of time. Okay, so the women's podium was Luna Hendricks, Seong Wee, and Evelos Kibus.
Okay, first of all, talk about scoring. We didn't know for 10 minutes that Evelota had won the bronze medal.
Oh yeah, like we thought. I was sitting there. I was like, "Is Eva in bronze? Is she?"
No one knew
because everyone was like, everyone who came out was not going first. So I was like, so they went like third or fourth. They went like third or fourth. I'm like, who's up there? Is it Eva? And then Sue Han Ting in fourth. I was like, is that what the standings are?
Yeah. And like we talk about, okay, the men, we know that. The women mend so much harder. It is so rare to have a women's event with the discrepancies like it was.
The scoring difference between Seong and Eva Lotta, and that's the podium.
It's madness.
Like there was like 30 points there.
Also, like
we was amazing.
We talk a moment for PCS in general. To Evelyn's comment about Ivan calling out the scores,
the judges
scores. Can we talk about the 10-point difference between Seong and Luna's PCS?
I think it's too much, but I do think there should be a difference.
I think Nebelhorn scoring across all disciplines was very strange.
Odd. It was very odd.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know, because you know the politics behind it. There's always like the world champion gets a boost, the world podium gets a boost, but there's always
anyone who went to Worlds gets a slight boost.
Yeah,
people who don't go to Worlds get forgotten about.
Yeah, but 10 points is a bit too much of a difference.
Because Seong had pretty much almost a perfect technical skate. However, I'm not a massive fan of the Moulin Rouge choice. I'm not sure it quite fits her. But
I don't mind.
She did
I like watching
well.
people do something different. Similar to Amy's comment about Kazuki sort of keeping in his artistic range. I like when skaters do something a bit different. Like this is the year to change that.
Yeah,
I think we'll
and I'm
see
always
throughout
like,
the season.
even though I wasn't in love with one of Luna's programs last year, for
I think a lot of us weren't. Yeah,
a lot of people weren't. I always appreciate that she does two very contrasting programs. I think it shows off different qualities in your skating when you do very different programs between the two. Also, I love Suhan. I've loved Suhan for like a year now. I'm still mad she got robbed at Worlds. I'm praying she'll get her minimums again for the short program so she can go to Worlds again because they raised them and she's lost them. But yeah, I love her, and I love that she's like finally getting more attention because she's being quite consistent.
I'm sorry. There are comments coming in now, and I'm.
There are a lot of comments coming in.
Thank you guys for so much.
Host Elli is getting distracted by all the comments.
If I missed one, that's because of there are actually comments coming in. I wasn't prepared for that. People are talking to us. Oh my god.
Yes, it's shocking. We thought we might just be sitting here talking into the void by herself.
Yeah. Which would have been nice.
Oh yeah, she did Pride and Prejudice, didn't she? I think. And hardly anybody uses it.
This is the point of the stream where you find out I do not watch movies, and I've never watched that.
I've not watched the Keira Knightley version. I've watched the Colin Firth version because I did a presentation on Pride and Prejudice in my English literature class in university.
I have that one on DVD.
Yeah,
I'm just old.
I mean, it's iconic with him like getting out of the lake in his shirt, whatever.
Yep, good one. Okay. Can you talk about Gracie and her performance?
Yeah, I mean, we did a couple of tweets about it. It didn't go well, which, I mean, is sad, but not unexpected, considering how up and down her performances tend to be. We've lost Sarah.
I had to plug in my charger.
Okay, she'll be back. There she is. Just like, what? Very distracting. But yeah, so yeah, she fell on the opening triple toe combo, and then she popped her loop at the end of the short program, so she was very far down. Previously, it has been in free programs that she will miss that opening combo and then she'll just do singles for the rest of the program. She did do a couple of combinations at least, although she did have a fall and I think maybe an under rotation as well. But there was some fight in there. Hopefully this will get out some of those international nerves and she'll be better for the Skate America spot.
This was her first like proper international. I don't count Cranberry and Philly. This was her first proper international event since like 2016, I think.
Yeah, I mean, she did do the Grand Prix Rostelecom in 2018, but she withdrew after the short program because she wasn't prepared to skate. So, like, we wish her the best. We want to see her thrive. She has had an amazing performance already this season that got about 180 points, and that was far off what she got here. I think she got like 138. It's such a discrepancy. She can do so much better than that.
And I think she landed a combo in the second half of her free skate, and the crowd that cheered loudly for her. Shout out to you guys, because like I love when a crowd just gets behind a skater. That's what they need. And yeah, the crowd definitely came through with that one.
Hopefully that just shakes off some of the nerves for her and she can get back to that 180 kind of performance.
Because we're rooting for her so hard.
Yeah, we love to see longevity in skaters' career, and especially ones who've struggled through something and then come back. It's so much work to get back up to that stage again. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully this is just sort of a stepping stone, and Skate America will have an improvement to Skate America, and then she'll get more events and just keep rising and sort of have
in general
her
it's a very
again.
Interesting year for American women, because obviously Karen Chen's not performing, Mariah Bella's currently not performing, Alyssa Liu retired, Brady is on her way back. It's going to be a very interesting look at who's going to be on the podium this year at Nationals for American women.
Yes, especially you have Lindsay Thorngren, Mia Carlin, and
Isabeau Levito.
Yes. And then you have the quads coming back, or the quad jumps, and that's a discussion in itself I'm sure we'll get to at some stage.
Yeah, Mariah never made any statement about
obviously she's doing Japan Open.
She is.
Whenever that is coming up, I think.
I think it's coming up soon.
If Amy's here, I'm sure she'll know. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. I think most national competitions are going to be very interesting results, but I think the US women's event is definitely going to be a very big one. I knew you would know, Amy. I knew you would know. She's waiting for Yuma to come back.
I've seen a bit of talk today about Madeline Chizas and how that went. Obviously, she was in a podium spot in the short program and then dropped to, I think, 5th overall, but then had like 10th place in the free skate. 3 falls, I think, in the free, but she still performed the hell out of that program.
Yes, she is one of the best performers maybe we're seeing at the moment.
I think she was one of the best at this competition.
Definitely. I think sometimes it just happens. It's her second competition with this program. Sometimes it happens. I guess I always see one competition as being like, okay, maybe this is the anomaly. Next competition we'll judge type thing.
Yeah. Don't judge one competition by a pattern.
Yeah. And I've seen some people aren't a fan of this program.
I think it's good for her.
I enjoy it for her. She's obviously very excited by it, and picked the music for the reasons that she had. yeah, I think it's a good program for her. I think it might just be a discrepancy type thing, and we'll see at her next competition what she's like.
Do we want to move on to pairs now?
Yeah, we can.
Looking at the time.
Yeah, I know.
We talk a lot.
I told you
Okay.
this would.
We
I
do
told
talk a
you
lot.
this would go better than you thought it would.
So I was like, what if we have nothing to talk about? This is not
We
a
will.
problem. Not at all.
We will.
So in third place, we had Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel, right?
Yep.
Which we just interviewed, which was a very
We
exciting
did.
interview.
Please check that out on our YouTube
If you
channel.
haven't seen that, it's very informative, and we will talk about that a little bit later.
Yep.
Then we have Alisa Efimova and Ruben Blomert in second place. It was their international debut. They formed a partnership in 2020. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds
where am I
right.
getting my information?
It's been 2 years since they've, joined together. So yeah.
And then in first place, it's Canadian pairs team Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. And it's Diana's international gold, first international gold since Junior Grand Prix final in 1999, because she's a bit more of an experienced skater, which we are always excited to see.
Exactly.
Just the longevity of that. I mean, obviously she retired for a while and then came back 6 years ago, but just incredible to see her regain that international title with such a massive gap between. So great.
I think that also leads on to the conversation of are they now Canada, or they are now Canada's top pair team, I think.
For sure.
Now
that Evelyn and Trent have split.
Yeah. And Evelyn has retired. It leaves a big gap for pairs, and really for a lot of Canadian disciplines, sort of after this season or heading into 2026, which I don't really want to think about because it's years away.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a good showing at Nebelhorn. Obviously, not perfect. Not a fan of their free. Is it their free?
Clear picture. I'm not in love with it.
Sorry,
what was that?
No, it's fine.
I missed that entirely.
It's fine. We'll move on. No, they went with a Cleopatra free. Not a fan. Just not a fan. Annika and Robert's skate. So they kept their ABBA short program, changed their free.
Did they change the songs in the ABBA one?
That is a great question. I will quickly.
I feel like they used to have different ABBA songs in it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's have a look.
But we'd have to check that out probably. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought something in me was saying they had different songs.
No, same songs.
Yeah.
Same songs.
I thought so too.
Same songs? It just feels very different. Maybe they've just it's just performed so differently that it feels different.
Yeah. They during I guess earlier this year, they made the move from Berlin, where they train, to Bergamo in Italy to train with Ondrej Horatek and his team. If you watch our interview, I won't give too much away, so you will go watch it. But they talked about how the federation hadn't really contacted them last season. Robert had an injury, and then the federation just didn't really talk to them since then. So their move to Italy was prompted themselves. They were like, okay, we need to make a change. They went and made a change.
And they pretty much pay for it themselves with their job.
Yes.
And they have a very supportive club in Berlin who did some fundraising for them. And that's how they pay for it right now, because they don't get any money from the federation.
Yeah, they didn't. I think they were too ill to do nationals. And they didn't really get much. They had one chance to maybe go to Euros and get the second, the reserve spot for the Olympics, but I don't think they performed well enough there to manage to do that. So yeah, it's been a year for them.
Yeah, Elisa and Ruben made their international debut. I think they did something. I think they've done national stuff. Year.
They've done domestics.
Looking very good. if they can keep the 2 German spots up for Europeans and then going into Worlds and sort of keep the 2 steady, there's obviously going to be the competition for the top team. But
Oh yeah.
you know, just I think they looked good. Their short program especially. You know, Ruben hasn't competed since 2019-20, I think.
Oh yeah. I think it was 20. It's probably that long.
Yeah.
He had a previous partner and then they split.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything else to say about pairs.
I mean, there were a lot of debuts. There was the new Japan team and the new French team, as well as Alyssa and Ruben.
And we love Japanese pairs growing.
Yes,
need it to grow more.
More Japanese pairs.
Yes.
More Japanese ice dance teams.
Yes. Speaking of ice dance,
I think we should move on to ice. Yeah, we have 20 minutes left. Let's move on to ice dance.
This is very rambly. Okay. Apologies to anyone that's still here.
Congratulations, you made it so far.
In gold, we have Lila Fear and Lois Gibson in their second challenger win of the season. Silver, Alison Reed and Solius Ambrula-Vikias. And in bronze, we have Caroline Sousis and Shade Virus.
Yes. Ice dance.
The scoring for this felt particularly a little bit weird.
It felt extremely weird, extremely biased at points.
Especially compared to Lombardia.
Oh yeah, especially. And you know, with 3 senior competitions into ice dance now, into a rhythm dance without pattern, I would like it to change tomorrow. I want the pattern back. I don't love the choreo step. I was like, I'm gonna give it a chance. I don't like it.
I don't hate it, but I would rather have the pattern.
We're talking about the pattern right now, okay. Yeah. No, I didn't know this was happening until I watched the first few performances. I was like, what's going on? It feels very unstructured now. I don't like this.
The bigger problem I have with even though it's not technically one of the like choreo elements that we have in the free, it follows the same kind of trajectory. I don't like these elements that have very little base value but have massive GOE corridors.
Yeah.
I want that stopped. Because it feels like you're taking the precision and the actual skill out of ice dance.
Yeah. I think one of the things with a pattern dance is that it was a direct comparison against other skaters with a whatever it's called, choreo rhythm, the short axis thing. It's nothing that you can copy and paste and compare with each other.
Yeah.
Did my internet go?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it was
we were spinning for a second, but we're back now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. It went dead silent. I was so nervous.
I think we're good now.
Still here.
But yeah, and especially because the scoring is kept the same and we've not entered like a different... I guess when it changed from short dance to rhythm dance, everything before became historical. We're technically still keeping the same scoring, so everything is being compared against previous years. If they were going to change it, I'd rather they have changed the scoring completely as well.
Yeah, if people are going to get new records and stuff, you are getting that for almost a different kind of dance than what it's previously been in the last 4 years, because it's just the choreo rhythm sequence is entirely different to the pattern. There's no comparison there. It's entirely different.
I think with Fear and Gibson, when you compare Nebelhorn to US Classic, programs-wise, they were more on it.
Yeah.
But then it brings up the question
of... They were so sharp.
Were they that score worth it?
No. With them, it wasn't an 85 for that rhythm dance. It wasn't an 85.
And this is the point where you start comparing the scores, because you're like, Madison, Hubble, Zachary, Donahue, how long did it take for them to get that sort of score in the rhythm dance? For like 3 years, 4 years.
And also with Gwynod February the previous week getting 87.
Yeah.
I would not say that was a 2-point difference. I would say it was a 4 or 5 point difference.
Yeah. My other thing with, and I think this is everyone's other thing with PCS judging, is that judges always try and group the PCS to be around the same thing,
which is not what they're for.
No, if someone has a good program composition and worse skating skills, like, I wish they would just mark it like that and not try and bump up someone's skating skills because their composition of the program is good.
Like
that is just...
Milo and Lois have great composition, great presentation. That doesn't mean their skating skills are a 9. I wouldn't call them a
9. Also, talking about ice dance, men, you can wear colourful costumes. You don't have to wear a black costume. It is absolutely fine. Molly Lanahan and Dimitri Raskalaitis. Molly is wearing like bright pink and bright yellow, and Dimitri is like, was he just
fully black?
Fully black. Dressed in black, and
it looks like they're doing 2 different programs instead of the same program.
I said Nikita Starostin's free skate shirt looked more like a match to Molly's rhythm dance. Like
I understand also not wanting to be too glaring. I because if maybe you think back to last season and what Piper and Paul were wearing for their rhythm dance with the bright orange, it gets a little bit garish. So I kind of get not wanting it to look tacky, but you can incorporate color into a black outfit.
Yeah,
it doesn't just have to be all black.
You don't have to like mirror her costume. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. I would love it. But if like you don't want, if it's sort of the program idea is the I guess like Michael was explaining, the woman is normally presented in front and then the men is dancing around. No, like that's the idea of ice dance. I think if you're doing that, great. You don't just have to blend in. Like you can wear.
You are part of this
something.
As well.
Exactly. Be subtle about it. Be like the Ukrainians. You could match. Like,
I thought that was really cute. Maybe not like the best color combination for like the Latin.
It was in the same palette.
It was interesting. At least like we're matching each other. At least it was interesting to see.
Yeah. I was just reading the comments. I can't believe we're getting them.
Men
are about the protocol thing.
So true. Oh yeah,
this about the protocols.
Oh yeah, the protocols. So there was a bit of a confusion for a second.
I was very confused by this because I looked at the protocols and I saw that for Holly Harris and Jason Chan and Lorraine McNamara and Anton Spirodnov, an element is entirely missing from their protocol.
Yeah.
Now I've seen some explanations from Toby Palmer and somebody on FSU said it as well. That very likely they were probably invalidated elements. It maybe less so on McNamara Spirodnov's, but there was definitely an element of Harrison Chan's that could be deemed, invalidated. That's not how you log it on the protocol if an element is invalidated. You put the element down and then you put like a little asterisk next to it, and at the bottom it'll say asterisk invalid element, and then that's why it'll be clear on the protocol that something has been invalidated rather than just disappeared, because otherwise you wouldn't know what element they did at all if they did anything. Usually that will show up on a
tech control person how to do their job, but
that's not how you do your job. Like I have seen this blank space on a protocol before. Usually that is when the tech controller has gotten confused and thought an element was something else, and then it's been removed at the end. But usually an element doesn't entirely disappear from this. It just means there's something extra in there that doesn't count. Just like there'd be a blank space. But they thought it was a slide and it was just like a transition or something. So they would take it off. and there would be like 10 elements rather than 9, but just a blank space, or something like that. But yeah, that's not how you write a protocol.
I don't know if you can go to his explanation of Holly and Jason's, but I think this is like a very interesting one because the ISU changed their definition. I believe when the assisted choreo jumps first came out, so I wonder if they just
and then they
never
changed
got
to
told
1.
it got updated because the ISU just updates stuff and never like publish an update.
It didn't come out invalidated at Britannia, so did they perform it differently, or did the panel just not notice at Britannia?
Don't know. I guess we'll see at the next event.
I guess Roman probably asked them and they probably told him.
Yeah. Sophia and give us a knife for the first time. Britannia Craft, I completely agree. Yeah. I think the thing about watching them live, and British bias, all that sort of stuff, they very much sort of capture you live as well. So it is like you feel like you're more into the program versus maybe watching it through a screen. I don't think I explained that well at all.
No, you did.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I think it's like an environment thing when you watch them live, but you can definitely notice when judges aren't marking equally or the same, or for whatever reason it's higher or lower.
Yes. Yeah. I think we should probably, we have 10 minutes, like 8 minutes left. I think we should probably look at some of the questions we have.
Yes.
Mostly by Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn.
Oh, another question from Evelyn.
Top 3 moments in the competition.
I think we do one each.
Oh wow.
My top moment, I think I'm gonna go with Annika and Robert having a clean short program.
Oh, damn it, that was mine.
That was yours.
Okay, would you like me to change mine?
Yes, please. Don't steal mine.
I'll try not to steal Lois's then. Ivan Shmarako's free skate.
I thought you were going to say Ivan, yeah. You're not stealing it from me. I'm still trying to come to terms with what mine is. I think Roman having a good short program, it felt good to see him have a stable skate out as the first time for this quad. Just to show what he can do.
It came out as country music. I didn't hate it.
I don't even really consider it country. Even though the artist is country, the song doesn't sound country.
Yeah. It could have been a lot worse. I'm not a country fan. Sorry, Evelyn, I know you are.
But...
So, do you know why the Turkish skaters withdrew?
I don't
think that was ever mentioned.
No, it just came up as withdrew.
It just came up as withdrawn. The only withdrawal I think we got told on screen about was Christina Iseevs, who's apparently ill. We don't know why Asun withdrew from the women's free either, which is a shame because she was in a good position after the short.
Luna's short. So I
love
it. Whenever someone uses like pop music, I'm immediately more like, oh my god, yes.
Specifically, you love when people use Magente.
I do. It's fun. Like, it's not... Thankfully, we're not in like the 2018 Olympic, what is it, Despacito that was used a lot.
Oh my god, it was like 4 times in one group.
We're not in that era now. We're fine. I enjoyed it. I think there's always going to be stuff to improve on, but it's different style as well. Yeah, I personally enjoy it. And shout out Adam Solya for being like just blowing up as a choreographer right now. He's so good.
Yeah. Basically, like top European choreographer right now, apart from Benoit.
Yeah.
I did not watch the gala.
I also did not watch it.
Please tell us your favorite one, because
I had been watching like 6 hours of skating per day. I needed a break.
Yes, if anyone is still watching this, please tell us your favorite moment, your favorite skate. Something that we need to know.
I thought it was
about
great that Mikhail and Daria got to perform in the gala after he'd been commentating the event. I thought that was fun.
I'll be honest, I got the message that the gala was on whilst I was in Tesco, so
I think the gala was on while I was writing the million changes for the Junior Grand Prix, because that took me an hour.
We have reasons. Elli, what was your reason?
What was my reason why I didn't
For
watch
not
it?
watching the gala.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, we'll move on.
Work.
Disappears.
Usually work. This is an important one because we wanted to talk about it really quick. So every year we do fantasy skating. For those who don't know what it is, you submit a team. We pick groups of skaters, and you pick the one that's most likely to score the highest score.
I
in that
make the
group.
groups. If anyone hates them, I'm the one who
You make the groups
beforehand make the
and
groups for the skaters.
we started for the Grand Prix, which is October. First Grand Prix, October.
Yeah, it's like
sometime
a month away. It's like a month away.
A month away.
October.
We haven't, like last year, we got in a lot of trouble. Our website crashed. Our email
crashed.
We
Like,
still can't use the email anymore.
Fully cannot use our email address.
The email's broken.
Everything crashed. So, and now we have like 6,000 more followers than
we
at
did
that
last
time.
year.
So it will be interesting. We are working on coming up with a system that's
I think
hopefully
we have
won't
like
crash anything.
10,000 more followers than we did around that time.
Please don't even say that.
I think we hit 10K just before the Olympics.
It's scary. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun. People
Oh
come
my
up
God.
with names, and we will use this live stream hopefully to announce some winners, maybe.
Yeah, because we plan to do these live streams after every Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Because this is a test one. So yeah, we'll plan to do these live streams on the Sunday after every Grand Prix. Hopefully.
Thank you for your recommendations, by the way, for programs to watch.
Yeah.
Thank you, German Skating Federation, for using a website that archives. Big thank you for that. And that works.
The stream was messy. I couldn't watch the stream at all.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you all for watching as well. We're not done yet. We have some more questions to go through.
Yeah, but also we don't have a lot of time. We only have 2 minutes.
Speed round.
Left.
Let's go.
Okay, speed rounds.
Panic you.
This part of working with each other, not having any free time anymore. But also having somebody to talk to all the time.
Yeah, that's fun. Just getting to run something cool with friends, I think.
Yeah. Having something to do together and have like an output, and people appreciate it, which is really nice. Anything new you want to promote? Not yet. We will come back to this. We have merchandise. We should probably promote that. People bought it the other day. I was very excited about that.
Yes.
Lois is gone.
Oh, okay.
I think her battery died.
Oh, okay.
She's saying goodbye. She appreciates you guys being here.
Charlotte wants to know thoughts on the quad axle. She's asked a couple of times.
Oh, sorry.
Knew he was going to land it. It's a shame that it didn't happen with an audience, or like with a big audience. It was Tuesday or Wednesday, something like midweek. Very impressive. I think it's been talked about for such a long time. It sort of became a thing of, is someone actually going to land it? And then we saw Artur Dimitriev Jr. attempt it in like 2018. Yuzuru try it in Olympic practice. Oh, he did the Olympics. Was it World Team Trophy practice as well, maybe? And then we saw Ilya's like Instagram videos all over the summer. And as a podcast I listen to, shout out Midnight Blues and Other Musings, they say Instagram skating is fake skating. Until we see it in a competition, then like it's not real. Yeah. So yeah, very happy that he landed it. Like amazing achievement as well.
I think it's insane how much they can rotate in the air and how people can count that.
He made it look so easy.
Yeah, he jumped so high, and it was just very impressive.
Yeah.
I think we have to go now because the hour is up, and we get an hour, and we have 20 seconds left. So thank you so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. We will do this again. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything.
Oh, wait, put Leah's comment up. Yes, thank you for the user required. I've not got good memories. whoops. But yeah, that's when he practiced, and we have like 20 seconds left live. So thank you all so much for joining. It means a lot. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully see you guys soon. If you want, please leave suggestions of what we can talk about in the future when you want to see us. And yeah, we'll probably have to go in like 3 seconds. So bye. Thank you.
Bye.